Howdy guys, welcome to the cave. I'm Mark, and you're watching Blue Street Customs. Hey guys, well, I'm starting another one, and I know I've already got one going, but the reason I'm starting this one is I'm still waiting for a bunch of styrene to show up so I can continue building the roll cage and everything else on my 72 Nova SS. So I have to put that one aside for now until my materials show up. Don't worry, I will be getting back to it. Now, this one here, it's an old model I bought at a garage sale. It was missing all kinds of parts. You know, the back bumper's missing. It's actually kind of a shitty model. I mean, there's a lot of flash and all kinds of stuff. Things don't fit right. It's meant to be a 69 Dodge Daytona. I mean, all kinds of things are wrong. Like the nose is supposed to be straight, not V'd. You know, so this model is meant to be probably 2 or 3 different ones. I mean, the hood is V'd the same, so I'm going to fix that and make it straight. Somebody already cut into the hood, as you can see. You know, nice, nice little hole in the hood. So I'm going to have to try and fix that. The original motor's missing, different things like that. Now also on the nose cone, I mean, if this was an actual Daytona, you wouldn't have a spot to put a front bumper. You wouldn't have the lower lights, you know, things like that. I mean, it's just not right. It's a pretty cheap model. I mean, it uses the steel bars to go through for the axles. Detail on it's not very nice. Like I said, back bumper's missing, you know, different things like that. A lot of flash. It looks like it's been bent at one time. There's some white stress marks on it. You know, so there's going to be a bunch of work that I'm going to do to make it look better. Now, I don't know if you can see in there. I mean, there is some detail in here and stuff like that, you know, but there's a lot of, I don't know what you call them, like little nibs and stuff. You know, you can kind of see a bunch of the nibs sticking up on the inner fenders. I mean, the cross member is hollow. I mean, that looks like crap to me. A lot of flash where the wipers and stuff are, door jams. You know, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, even the interior. Now, normally when you have pin marks, they're indents. This here is almost raised up. You can see 2 circles in the back seat right here. That's almost a 1/16 of an inch higher than the floor. Look at that. A 1/16 of an inch higher than the floor. That's crazy. You know, that's garbage. So I'm going to have to clean that up a bit. I mean, the front ones aren't too bad. You know, they're not as bad as the back ones. But I mean, you know, that's it's just garbage. You know, you can see like the flash and stuff around the edges here. You know, it's bad. Like I said, a lot of parts are missing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be building a diorama with this one. And what the diorama is going to be is an old garage, you know, and this is kind of a, I don't know, I've got a couple names for this project. I'm thinking Faded Dreams, Forgotten Memories, Empty Pockets. You know, basically the car is going to be started working on, you know, like there'd be motor parts and some stuff done, rusted car, you know, kind of thing. Basically somebody bought it and was going to fix it up, and now they either have no money, maybe they got married, the wife said no, you're not spending that type of money, who knows. So that's what I'm going to do. A lot of it's probably just going to be me working, probably a bit of time lapse, probably not a whole lot of talking, hoping I can do the car itself within maybe 4 videos, depending on how detailed I want to get with it, because it is missing a lot of parts and a lot of things are incorrect. You know, I don't know what's going to go on. Just make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Check it out on Instagram and Facebook. All the links will be down in the description. I'd love to hear what you think. So, without any further ado, I've got my list of things that I want to do. I'll probably do the diorama last. I want to get to work on the car. If you have any project names for this diorama and car, again, throw them down in the description. And if I happen to pick one of those title names, obviously I'll end up changing the name of the video, but I'll also pin a comment. So let's get to it. Okay, guys. Well, you saw me clean all this up as best as I can. Had to stop for a while, do a few things. But something else I got done is with the interior and where it's supposed to sit. Got the firewall on. And I put in a few filler panels right in here. As you can see here, I put in a couple filler panels. And the reason I did that is because this wasn't very nice. I wanted this a little smoother to kind of match this here. But I've been kind of thinking, instead of an abandoned, 69 Dodge Daytona, still doing the 69 Dodge Daytona, but I think I'm going to go the route of maybe an old stock car from Daytona. Back in the day when they started racing these things, they were killing the series like no problem until, NASCAR started asking the Dodge dealerships, or the Dodge manufacturer, I should say, if they were a production vehicle. Back in the day, you weren't allowed to race a car unless it was an actual production vehicle. So Dodge kind of quickly goes, "Yep, they're a production vehicle," and basically sent out about 500 to every dealership of both the Daytona and the Superbird, and so that they could stay legal. They raced for about another year or so, and then some rules changed in NASCAR saying, okay, no more nose cone, no more tail wing, things like that, and a few other rules have changed. So basically that killed off this race car. So what I'm going to look at doing is I'm still going to do the garage diorama, but I'm going to make it so that it is an old race car, make it look like an old race car that was maybe at one time abandoned, and now people are fixing it up in this old 50s style garage kind of thing. So that's where I'm headed with it. So in that case, I mean, I've been looking on Google, looking at some reference pictures of the old Daytona and Superbird race cars. Basically, I'm going to have to cut off these front inner fender wells, which means I'm going to have to kind of reinforce some of this frame rails and stuff here. Probably clean some of this up. I mean, they did use stock vehicles, so some of it, most of it will probably stay, but I know in the photos that these inner fender wells are gone. It's basically just the open wheel in there. A few other little things, and of course, I started working on the interior tub. Now, I ground down where this seat was, and these things here. I still got to sand it, and grind this one down a bit. Got to smooth out this trans tunnel some more. Got to cut out the back seat. The panels, I've ground them down. There's no more door panels or anything on it. No more roll-up windows. Of course, the doors are welded shut on the stock cars. So these are going to be smooth. I just got a test fit to see, where I can cut it. I might cut them, move them inwards a bit because I have to make room for all the door bars and stuff like that, and roll cage. Same thing with the dash. I got to cut the dash pad back a bit, and then I'm going to use some styrene, just some 1 mil, I think, and fill it in a little bit. I'll probably make my own gauge cluster kind of thing on the dash. So I'll fill that in to make it more authentic towards the pictures that I can find of these types of vehicles or these types of stock cars. And of course, then the rest of the roll cage, fill in the back, just a bunch of different things, right? So I got to do all of that, and probably clean up the firewall a bit because obviously it didn't run with the heater boxes and stuff. So I'll probably shave all that down and see if I can shave it down to the point where it's flat without breaking through. If I break through, well, then obviously I'll have to fill it in with some styrene or something. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll Google some stock car suspension and see how different it was from the actual stock vehicle suspension, and modify what needs to be modified. So of course on that, I mean, I've done some work in the body. Obviously the nose cone's glued on. I've done some putty work in here. Cut that chin spoiler out of there. Now I had filled this in thinking I was going to leave it as just a stock, an abandoned stock 69 Dodge Daytona. But since I'm going for a race car vehicle now, basically I'm going to have to kind of cut most of this out because they didn't run taillights. They ran a sticker, for fake taillights, and they just put a flat sheet metal pan back here. So I'll probably end up cutting that out. Shave off things like the door handles, things like that, drip rails, wipers, just different things like that. Figure out, I think there's some window bars at the back. I think there's some window bars in the front, but I think they're on the dash to the roll cage, right? So there's that stuff there. I'm not sure about the window vents. Just a bunch of different little things that I'll keep researching, and I'll change it as I find the info on it. So that's where I'm going to go with it, and that's where I'm at with the vehicle right now. Next episode, you'll see me doing all this interior work. Probably get all of this cut out and start figuring out the roll cage, build the door bars, all that stuff, because it's a full piece right across, right? A bunch of bars, and you'll see. And then we'll go from there. Also, I've been building printing off some stuff for the diorama itself. Here's a engine stand, right? This here is, you bolt your engine to it when you pull it out of a vehicle. Now, of course, I had to go and find a nice 426 Hemi, and I 3D printed that. All right. Now, it didn't print completely properly. The exhaust manifolds didn't print, but everything else printed out real nice. So I'll be cutting off the exhaust manifolds, and I'll probably build my own. But this motor will be getting put onto the engine stand so that it looks like as the vehicle's being worked on, that this thing is sitting over here, off to the side. You'll have the engine, things like that. So that's what we're doing, what we've got going. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think so far. Also, I'm not modeling this vehicle after any specific race team. I'll probably make up my own. So if you have any ideas, maybe some suggestion on race numbers, color scheme. Remember, it is going to get rusted and stuff like that, so the paint will be faded, but the basic color will still be there. Maybe some sort of name or anything like that. I don't have any leftover decals from drag cars or anything like that, so there probably won't be a whole lot of sponsor stickers, things like that. I'll probably hand paint the numbers on, probably the same way they did back then. I'm not quite sure. I'll do some research on it, but either way, I don't have numbers, so they're going to get painted on. Also, let me know what color the interior should be. Sometimes the car was one color, the interior roll cage was another, things like that. So throw some stuff at me. Love to hear what you guys have to say, your ideas. So until next time, later.